Okay, we're 3 days into this incredible moon cycle that is giving you a tremendous amount of insight and raising your awareness to where your scales are and how these scales are being measured. So I've been asked to just go a little bit deeper into this turning point and what is here for you right now. So full moons are all about you releasing and letting go and understanding that each season has its purpose, and once you are in tune with that, the winds of change come in, which it's doing right now, and supporting you releasing the things and blowing off the leaves that no longer have got life in them. They've withered, they've served their purpose, they've been in full expression, and then now it's their time to go. So look at your life right now, and I'm going to invite you with this conversation to look at that page within yourself and that relationship with you and that page within others, and create a clear distinction of how you feel balanced, one, with your relationship with yourself, and two, with the relationship with others. So let's talk about others very, very quickly, because it's very simple. You have no control of anybody else. You have no job being judgmental of anybody else unless you are triggered by some kind of emotional impact or contract or agreement that is completely triggering you and exposing you of an inner balance within you. So if those things are coming up, address them personally or address them with a pen and paper. But don't ignore the cycle and not address the things. Ignorance is not It's not the right time or the season to be ignorant right now. It's a time to purge, and purge means it's time to rescind, to release, to let go, to walk away from it, to forget about it, so what? Shrug your shoulders and go into the ray of laughter, light of laughter, and leave the details up to heaven. Leave the details up to the universe. Leave the details up to your higher self that absolutely knows everything and then some about you and all of your relationships. And just remember one thing, here's a tip. Your higher self is never, never, never upset with any of the relationships you've got. They're all purposeful. They're all serving you. It's up to you to weigh them in and see how you are being balanced, or how balanced you feel within each of these relationships. So keeping it to others, keep it simple. Don't be comparing yourself to others, because there's only one of you, right? And you are unique to your own blueprint. There's no other one like you. And know that every relationship serves its purpose. But then if you still feel that they're no longer serving the purpose that makes you feel good, or that it is purposeful, then don't struggle with it. Walk away from it, but walk away from it from a place of inner compassion. Before you walk away from anything, make sure that you've put yourself into their shoes and understand who you are, and then recognize who they need to be for themselves. And the less judgment you carry, the better it is for you, the freer you will be, the more your scales will be in balance, and the more fairness within yourself, because as you look onto others, it shall look unto you by yourself, right? So that's the piece on others. Let's talk about the piece on you, and why Libra at this time is so important, because of what it does and what it brings, and these rays of light that are tremendously insightful for you, and the wisdom that it brings you. And yes, you get the opportunity to do this at every point and every cycle and every day that you choose to take back your power, or to be aware, or to be connected, or to be attuned, or to be in your intuitive self. But there's a vibrational attunement that is so rich and so wise and so intertwined with everything, that is undeniable, and that no law that man has made or created can deny this force, and that's the law of attraction. And you've got to understand that right now the vibration and the doorways and these gateways and these vibrational attunements are so high and so rich with insight and expression and inner connection, that this essence of who we are and what we share and how we bring ourselves into balance absolutely matters. So look at yourself, look at your relationships, look at where you are with your relationship with yourself, with others, and identify them to be in tune with you and how they make you feel. Make sure that you are loving the space that you've created, and make sure that your spaces are happy spaces, and bring that laughter in so that you're able to release the details to your higher self, to the universe that absolutely knows and has got you covered. But this is a time for you to purge those relationships of the past that have bonded you into victim habits and attributes of struggle. Purge them. Go write it down and burn it. Okay? Go write it down and give yourself permission to go beyond it. Give yourself that ability to just be in the truest relationship that you can be with yourself, because you never get to be here again. That's why they say every day is a gift, because it never comes back with the same vibration. And I heard something the other day that is so profound, and I want to share this with you today. Einstein transitioned as a very frustrated genius. And a genius he is, and a genius he was, and a genius he continues to be, because that spirit continues to be so effervescent and alive through history, through our pages, through our consciousness, and through these threads of divine light. But he was frustrated. And I remember this, and I remember his story, because he transitioned very frustrated, because he was so observant of law. He was the observer of law of attraction in the workings. But and I don't know what he forgot, or what he didn't forget, or what he wasn't tuned in, and what he wasn't, that he didn't do or did do, because I wasn't there and I didn't have that experience. But I do know this, that there is no one moment in time that all frequencies and all bandwidths and all correspondence is still in that moment. It only happens in true alignment, and when that true alignment happens, that's when law is forever undeniable. So the best way to explain this is, do what makes you feel good. Be in the relationship with yourself that makes you feel happy and light. Those relationships that are heavy and hectic, and you're still struggling with, and you're still trying to weigh it up and down, let it go for a moment. Purge them if you have to. Write a letter and burn it. Take that soul therapy. Discharge it. Let it go. Forgive it. Forgiveness is one of the greatest gifts you can give unto yourself, because it means that you're giving yourself permission to forget about it. That is the key here. And you've got this incredible force of Libra that's bringing you into balance, that's raising your awareness, that's telling you, do it now. Otherwise, you've got to wait a whole full cycle, okay, to blossom at this frequency and vibration for law to correspond. And that is if all the planets are lined up as they are right now, right? And who knows? But you have an inner knowing, and you have an inner wisdom. So don't give up being the best that you can be in the relationship with yourself. Forgive yourself first. Purge the old ways. Let them go in a way that you are able to understand that there is no competition out there between you and somebody else. There is no other you out there. It's unfair. It's called the scales of injustice. You cannot compare yourself to anybody else. But you can compete with yourself when you are unable to discharge yourself from being bounded and bonded and glued to your past. Get into the place of releasing that for yourself, so that your relationship is enriched and forever revitalized to serve you. All right. Stay true, stay strong. Just a small reminder, but a reminder how important this phase right now, as we are purging don't forget to look at your relationship with you. Look how you are with yourself. Look how you are with your money. Look how you are with your essences, meaning how you are connecting to yourself. You know, are you easy to forgive? Are you being like a negative Nelly? You know, are you being spiteful? Are you being just absolutely radiant and beautiful? Are you being abundant? Are you being prosperous? Are you staying serene in the midst of all of these chaoses? Are you staying out of judgment? Are you having compassion? Are you competing with somebody? These are great questions. Take a minute, have a great cup of coffee, grab a beautiful cup of tea, grab some water, get a piece of paper and pen, and sit with yourself for a second or two and watch what unfolds. All right, Moon in Me, the membership in the thread that keeps you connected and raises your awareness to who you're being. All right, and the winds of change are here. How beautiful.